So, given Ofqual's recent announcement about grade protection, my Year 13s had a lot of questions about grade boundaries, and I took it as an opportunity to recap on the difference between a normal distribution, positive skew, and negative skew. Stay tuned. So first we'll start with the normally distributed graph. We can see that it is a bell-shaped curve. We have the student population here, and we've got all the grades and also 0 to 100 just for dual representation. Now, we can see that the population is most dense within this region. This lets us know that there are more students getting between a D plus and let's say a B plus. And this is ideal, quote unquote. Exam boards, schools, they want to ensure that the majority of the student population are getting average grades. Average because within a normally distributed graph, this point here is where you'll find the mean, the median, and the mode. Mode being the most common, mean being the average, median being the middle number when you put the scores in order. You can see that at the tail end, you've got a few representation of A star A, and at the other tail end, you've got a few representation of students who get U's and E's. This means that whatever test it was able to discriminate between top performing students and low performing students, with the majority of the population performing on average. Now we have a positive skew, and you can see that the majority of the population tend to be performing towards the lower end, and the tail end of this graph is towards A star A. This typically occurs when a test is really, really difficult. So if you complete a test, everyone in the population completes it, and the majority of the population score U's, E's, D's, that is quite bad. In this situation, grade boundaries are then made less strict to allow for there to be a normal distribution. So you'll find that what it takes to get an A star would be much less if an exam is very, very difficult. Finally, we have a negative skew, and in this situation, the majority of the student population have scored highly on an exam. So we can put our cutoff point here, and we can see that a lot of students scored highly, meaning that this exam was probably very easy. Now, this is not ideal for exam boards. If there's grade inflation, they're not going to be happy. So